everyone, I'm Kendra and welcome back. And in today's video we are welcoming a new member of the crew. So let's get opening. Isn't this the greatest box I've ever gotten a doll in? So here she is. She is not as nice looking as Surica was when I took her out of the box, but that's okay. She is, however, very, very nice, especially for the price I got her at, which was $110 when you include shipping and tax. So basically the price she sold for in stores. So I just, as always, want to do a quick rundown while she's still standing in my unfinished room I'm calling the void. So she, of course, as a Kanani, has very long hair. This hair is kind of terrifying me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm very excited. It's very nice. It's not dry. I mean, it might look a little dry on there, but that's because it's frizzy. It has not been brushed. It needs to be brushed badly and styled. Her skin is dirty. Her vinyl's very dirty. So I'm sure that magic eraser will pick up quite a bit. If you can see, on her arm she has a couple markings. I'm not sure what they are. Probably just marker or maybe a dye transfer. So we'll see if I can get those off or at least get them to come up a little bit. She also has these little markings right here that are kind of showing up on camera. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I don't really know if there's anything I want to do. I kind of like it, actually. Her limbs, though, need to be tightened. Her arms aren't quite as bad, but they're definitely not. They're not as tight as you might want them to be. Her face paint is still very much there. It hasn't been damaged or anything. And on top of that, she has her original undertones, so I'm assuming she's never been sent to the doll hospital, or if she has, it was a long time ago, because when you send a Kanani, and I'm assuming any medium skinned doll, to the doll hospital now, for a head replacement, they will replace all of the limbs because it's a different undertone. I guess they're maybe using different vinyl, or they changed the color, and I don't really know what's going on there. And I do think an interesting thing to note is that her eye sockets are not exactly even or perfectly symmetrical, and I do kind of like that because it gives her a little extra character. That one is rounder, and this one's a little more almond in shape, but the eyes open and close just fine. You can see from here better her face paint. She does not have her ears pierced. And then she has these little I'm not sure what they're called. There's a word, it's on the tip of my tongue, I don't know it. But I think they stopped doing that on Jess molds, which is something I read recently, and I'm very disappointed by that because I think they are absolutely adorable and just give her so much extra character. And with that, let's get started. So the first thing I did was just wipe her down with a magic clean eraser. Mine's a little chopped up, but it works just as well. I just didn't have a chance to run to the store to get a new one because I actually had to go to my job right after that. I had a job this summer. Then after that, I did a little treatment. I took some, it was Acne Cream with a specific ingredient I can't remember off the top of my head. It's in a lot of stain lifting tutorials. You can find it easily online. It should be in the description. And you can see how well that ended up working out. It really did lighten the marks on her skin. So then after that, it was time to take her head off, which I actually struggled with, clearly, and then go in and tighten her limbs because her limbs were pretty bad. And this took a while, just trying to get it right, and I actually ended up cutting out a lot of the footage. So while we're sitting here waiting for that to finish, I have really nothing to say. I'm still going. It's still a great time here. And now I'm putting the stuffing back in. So this is not obviously a very good video for tutorials on actually how to clean up your doll. If you guys ever want to see a legitimate tutorial, this is not the video for you, but I can do that at some point in the future. but not anytime soon because I've already filmed her and a couple other videos from my other new dolls. So wait until I get another one, and then if you guys want something like that, I can definitely do that. So trying to put the doll head back on, and it did not go well. So it actually took me ages to do this because her head just would not go back on. I don't know if there's too much stuffing in her body, but I made it work. And then I ended up washing her hair, and I wanted to wait until her head was back on her body. I know some people rather do it with her head off of the body. I don't like doing it that way. So I just put in some shampoo to wash out the dirt. Her hair was nice, especially once I brushed it, but it was dirty. I could tell that right away. And then I lost the footage for the conditioner, but I did use that. Her hair is about as long as mine is. So here I am just putting in curls. I was using just like hairpins, and then rolling it up with like a marker or a pencil, just whatever I could end up finding. I think I ended up finding that the end of my American Girl hairbrush was just easier to use to roll it up, partially because I already had it in my hands and partially because it was getting me more the size. I actually have her right here, and her hair does need to be recurled. I have not gotten around to that, and I probably won't for a good long while. So maybe I'll stick it in a braid soon. It was really knotty. Her hair, like the ends of it were bad. You could see that when I opened her. So it took a lot of brushing that I didn't end up showing. And then I waited overnight for her hair to just dry into these curls. And because I live in the Sonoran Desert, hence the name of my series Sonora, that is not coming out for a while yet. Sorry about the teaser, guys. False alarm. Her hair dried really fast, and it dried really well because it's really, really arid here, especially in the summer. So it ended up working out really well. I did have to loosely finger curl her hair, but then now she's done, and here is her final look. So here she is, and she is absolutely stunning. Once her hair was recurled and brushed out from that big tangled knot it was in, she really did start to look more like herself. So like I did last time, I just want to compare my most similar doll to her. I do have a Girl of the Year 2016 Leah Clark doll, who, when she did come out, was compared pretty frequently to Kanani, amongst other dolls. So she is my first Jess mold doll. The big difference right away because Sequoia is a Josefina mold, and they also have different face paint, of course. Sequoia's is very distinctive. I love her eyebrows. Their wigs are reminiscent of each other, let's go with that, but they're really not the same. Sequoia's hair has all these little highlights in it, and it's layered, and it's considerably shorter, and it's supposed to be wavy instead of big loose curls. Meanwhile, my Kanani doll has darker hair with less highlights, and her curls are so long. She has the longest hair, period. Their skin undertone is kind of what's throwing me off the most, because hers is much warmer, but Kanani's is more of like neutral, if not cold in comparison. Kanani, of course, is pre the zip tie, so she came with a neck string where I actually had to replace hers. I haven't actually decided to get the official one yet, so this is like a bunch of string. And then I think the last thing of note is that while they do both have hazel eyes, there is a distinct difference in like how green, how brown they are. Hers feel like they're brighter in general, they're greener, or hers are a little darker, a little browner. The greens in them are probably more of a forest green. So that's pretty much it. She cleaned up so nicely. I love her. You're going to be seeing a lot of her. So she is doll number 14 of the crew, and she is a Girl of the Year 2011 Kanani Akina that I got June 2021. And her name is Haukea Roslani Akina. So I'm so glad to have Haukea here with us in the crew, and I'm just completely obsessed with her. I hope you guys are too. And that's really all I have for you guys. Stick around, you'll see some photos of her. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment. Leave a comment that's something that people who made it this far in the video maybe won't understand, or something just random and weird. If we can weird out one person, I would love that. And with that, here are the photos, and this is Kendra signing off. Bye!